All right, boys and girls, yesterday in guided reading, you should have read the book Tornadoes on Raz Kids. So if you did not read that book, then I have somehow messed up, so you need to email me and let me know that I've made a mistake. But that's the book you should have read yesterday. And so today we're going to do a little comprehension work with that story, okay? And what we're going to work on today is we're going to work on cause and effect. And so before we can really do any work on cause and effect, we need to make sure that we know what that means. So I'm going to flip my camera around here. You're going to get a little sneak peek. Oh, there's my house. Oh, yes, there's my house. Okay, a little sneak peek. And here is the definitions of cause and effect. So cause is why something happens, and effect is what happens. Okay, so cause is why something happens, effect is what actually happens. Okay, so now we're gonna go back. I'm gonna spin around real slow because I don't wanna make anybody sick today. All right, so we're gonna look back here and I have some examples of cause and effect. Okay, so the cause would be I poke my balloon. And the effect of poking the balloon would be that it pops. Okay, the cause, I splash in the tub. Well, the effect of splashing in the tub is that the floor gets wet. And then last, I pet my cat. That's the cause, that's what I'm doing. And then what happens because of that, the effect is that she starts to purr. Okay, so the cause is why something happens, and then the effect is what happens. Okay, so it pops, and it pops because I poked my balloon. The floor got wet because I was splashing in the tub, and so forth, okay? All right, so we are gonna do some work today on cause and effect with our story Tornado. So you may have to do some pausing in this video, but I'm trying to work with you, okay, and to help you and to teach you while we're away from each other. Okay, so what I want you to do on your paper, I'm gonna flip it back around real quick, okay, is on your paper, I want you to draw 6 boxes like this, okay, and you can write the tornado at the top if you want to, but I want you to draw 3 boxes under cause, and then 3 arrows in the middle, and then 3 boxes for effect, okay? And if you want to pause it right now, the video, for you to draw that, go ahead and do that, okay? All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at our story that we read, and we are gonna try to identify some cause and effect relationships in the story, The Tornado, okay? Now, I'm gonna be looking at the story, and I'm gonna do the first one with you. I'm gonna do the first cause and the first effect, okay? And then I'm gonna see if you can find 2 more examples of each in your reading, okay? Now, I'm gonna have to prop up my phone here, so you're gonna have to bear with me. So I'm gonna try to prop this up, and I am going to be reading and writing at the same time, okay? Because you guys aren't here to answer the questions for me. All right, so if I'm looking in the book Tornado, so I've got the book open and I'm looking back and I've reread the story already, so now I'm just looking for my book work. Okay, I've got to find an example of cause and effect in the story. So I'm looking on page 5 and I can find an example of this in page 5. Okay, so I think it's sometimes easier to find the effect first. Okay, if I find the effect, then I can look back and see what caused it. Okay, so the effect here is that supercells are made. Okay, that's something that I see. Supercells are made. I learned that on page 5. Now, if I also look on page 5, I can see what causes these supercells to be made. And what causes those supercells are when warm, moist air rises to mix with cold, dry air. So I'm going to write that here. So the cause of this is warm, moist air mixes with cold, dry air. And when that happens, when warm, moist air mixes with cold, dry air, the effect is that a supercell is made. Okay, I want you to look back in your reading, and I want you to see if you can come up with another example of cause and what happens because of that. And then another one, why something happens, and then what happens because of it. I want you to see if you can find 2 more examples of those in your reading. Okay, you can look back at the book and have the book help you. Okay, if it's hard for you and you can't do that, bring my can out of the way. If you can't do that, so if you're working on it and you're having a really hard time and you just cannot figure it out, that's okay. You know what? Just send me a picture of this, the part that we did together, and then just write me a little note and say, Miss Sands, I don't understand how to do this. And then on Friday, I can call you and we can work on it together, okay? Or if your parents want to help you, they can too. Your parents are way smart and they totally can help you, but I also am so willing to help you. So if you struggle with it, let me know, okay? All right, so today you're gonna reread the story, and then you're gonna draw. You're gonna pause it and draw what I have on my board, and then you're gonna fill in examples of cause and effects, and then you're gonna submit a picture to me. All right, boys and girls, I'm so proud of you. See you tomorrow.